So if you're thinking about making a move to the North Dallas or North Fort Worth area, this video is for you. Today we're taking you on a tour of this beautiful American legend home here in the master plan community called Treeline by Hillwood, located in Justin, Texas. You are going to love everything about this beautiful American legend home. So as I'm walking through this house, I'll tell you more about the area that we're in and about this builder as well. But first, let's just get right to the heart of the home, which is going to be this beautiful kitchen. And there's a lot of surprises as you walk through this house. So this American legend home, the plan name of this one is 1565. I know a lot of you like to know what plan is it, so you can do some further research on your own. So it's 1565. So as you're walking through this kitchen, initially it looks like this is the kitchen, but there's more. With American Legend, you do get to go to the design center and pick out a lot of these finishes yourself. The way this house sits as we see it with the finishes that we're going to show you, the price is about $610. So it does start a little bit lower than that. And homes, American Legend homes in this neighborhood, just American Legend builders, start around $470. But this house is about $610. So what I noticed up front are the floors are going to flow throughout this house, very light and natural in color, which complements the wood. We're seeing a lot of natural wood on cabinets now. Not that orange we saw back in the 90s, but a much more updated version of that. And I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I like how they mixed woods here. So you have painted cabinets with this beautiful, big, chunky exhaust. I really like the big chunky. You hear me say that a lot. In this neighborhood, you will see gas. So that's a positive. A lot of our viewers, a lot of our buyers do prefer gas. So you are going to see that here. So a lot of space here, really beautiful countertops, beautiful backsplash tile. And you'll notice there's even a window here on this plan, letting in a lot more natural light.
You know what else they do, Jen?
What?
I don't see any outlets
on the walls. That's true.
And that's because they're tucked underneath.
Oh, okay. So right here, you probably can't even see it. Oh, that's right.
But they're hidden and they're nice and out of the way.
So it doesn't interrupt this beautiful backsplash that you have going on here. That's a good point, Brandon. Refrigerator is tucked off to the side. I really like that. It's not here in the way. And I noticed that this stove and microwave combo is also tucked off to the side. That's not a stove, oven.
That's an oven.
Well, it's a cooking device. So you have a double oven here. That's always nice to have, especially when you're the one hosting Thanksgiving and Easter like us, and your microwave. But that's not all. You keep going. This is the surprise that I was telling you about. You keep going further back here. This is a pantry. Now this one is not walk-in, okay? But don't worry, we're not done. So you do have a pantry here, and then you have what a lot of people call the butler's pantry back here. This would be a great place for your coffee station. They have a wine fridge in this one. You could even put your wine glasses here as well. And another window, so it's bright back here. But I love how this is tucked away from the kitchen, but yet it's still part of the kitchen. And then here is where you're going to have your walk-in pantry that also utilizes space under the stairs. Right off this beautiful kitchen, you are going to have your dining or breakfast nook over here with lots of windows to let in light in, and even these 3 windows up here at the top. So you still have some privacy, but yet you're letting in a lot of light. So I'm a big fan of that, and we'll check out that backyard in just a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we'll check it out later. So this house, the American Legend 1565 plan, is about 3248 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a study, and a media room. And we will show you all of those amazing things as we walk through the house. So now you've got your kitchen, your dining, and here we are in the living room. I do want to point out something that you can do when you go to the design center as well, and that is to have your fireplace go all the way up to the ceiling. I'm telling you, this is a really cool look. And remember, think resale when you're picking out things in your home and how dramatic this looks and how it's going to look to a buyer whenever you sell your house. So we really are always a super big fan of that. and also highlights the height of the ceiling. And you'll notice up here that there's some windows up top as well that let in more natural light, but of course you have privacy. So something that's a little different that I don't see this, in fact, Brandon, I don't know if we've seen it in any of the houses that we've filmed before, is this area right here that leads into the master bedroom. And it just kind of gives it a little bit of its own space, separate from the kitchen, the dining, and the living room before you get to this beautiful master bedroom and bathroom that I can't wait to show you. So I always want to remind you of this. Whenever you're going to look at new construction or thinking about new construction, to make sure you take your realtor with you on the very first visit. A lot of builders are very realtor friendly and some might not be. So if you don't take them with you on the first visit, they may not allow you to be represented by one. And there is a lot that goes on with new construction, and you need someone advocating for you and someone on your side. So we always recommend doing that. And there are a lot of incentives. Right now, American Legend, as of the making of this video, and that can change, they have $40,000 for you to use however you want. That could be off the cost of the home, closing costs, you can buy the rate down, or you can use it at the design center. So incentives come and go. So if you're thinking about new construction, make sure you reach out to see what current incentives are going on. But let's take a look at this master bedroom. So first thing I noticed is it's very light and bright in here, and there are 3 huge windows, almost floor to ceiling. And I like these. I think they're kind of called picture windows. I'm not sure what you call it, but I call them picture windows because there's nothing here that's obstructing your view. There aren't any metal pieces or anything to obstruct the view. I'm always a big fan of that whenever you're, especially in the backyard area, so you can just see straight through to the backyard. Very spacious room. You've got plenty of room for a king-size bed here with 2 nightstands, a dresser that's right behind Brandon. There's even room here for a bench on the end of the bed. Plenty of space in here. The ceiling is a good height, not too tall, because we definitely need that air to hit us at night here in Texas, because it does get pretty warm here. So let's head on into this beautiful bathroom. As soon as I walked in, a couple things that I noticed. First of all, a bathtub is going to come standard with American Legend. And we normally say we love the freestanding tubs, but when I saw this and that it was surrounded by this gorgeous, gorgeous granite, I absolutely love this. This is unique. I've not seen it done this way before. It just looks very luxurious, and it actually has a very modern look. Even though the house is traditional, it kind of gives it a little bit of a modern feel. Another thing I like that they did here, and I say this all the time, is that your back is here and you can have a TV up here. So they did it right. And the tile goes all the way up to the ceiling. Once again, it surrounds the shower and the tub, taking the tile all the way up to the ceiling, giving it a much more finished look. I wish you could see, really see this and feel this, because it's a leathered look and leathered feel. So when you touch it, there is this texture to it, and it's honed. It's not shiny, it's honed. This is one of my favorite materials I think we've seen in many of the houses we've done. I'm usually a fan of super, super light and white, but I'm actually liking this because you have gray and brown in both of it. So you'll have to tell me what you think. Do you prefer the shiny granite or quartz, or is this something that interests you? Because this is in the design center. So big fan of that. Of course, you're gonna have a toilet closet with a door, linen closet here as well. And then you've got your walk-in closet here. And as you can see, they have a couple of items in here from the builder, but a lot of really nice space in the bathroom. They did this one really well, especially with that countertop. So let's finish downstairs before we go upstairs. And I never actually showed you, well, you saw the front door when you walked up, but the front door is right behind Brandon, if you want to show them that real quick, just so we can get a good orientation of where we are in the house. So we're back here in the foyer. Right behind Brandon is the garage, which is the sales center right now. That is the garage. And then up front, you have a beautiful bright office. And I like how they put these doors on here. That's a really good touch as well. So it's in the front of the house. So you've got these really nice windows. In fact, you've got 4 windows in this room. You can see the side and your front porch as well. So very light and bright in here. Oh, look how tall the ceiling is in this office. I don't normally see ceilings that are that tall. I said there were 4 windows, but actually there's 6 because there's 2 more up there, which is letting in even more natural light. Okay, so let's head out of the office. Remember, we've got the front door there, and we're gonna head to the other bedroom that is downstairs, or something that I do like about 2-story homes that have a guest bedroom downstairs. They did it right. So whenever you've got a 2-story home and you have a guest bedroom, guest bathroom downstairs, we think it's important to keep this bathroom without a tub. It needs to be a walk-in shower because you never know who's going to be living with you. We're seeing a lot of multi-generational living right now. And so this allows anybody to be able to use the shower without having to climb over a tub. Speaking of walk-in showers, they did such a fabulous job on this. This is very textured tile. So it's textured, it's not shiny, it's kind of more honed, almost like that countertop we saw in the master bathroom. And they took the tile, once again, all the way up to the ceiling rather than stopping 3/4 of the way up. And so it just gives it a much more finished look. So highly, highly recommend that for you as well. And then you've got your downstairs guest bedroom. This is a pretty good size room. You could fit a bigger bed in here as well. They have a little desk over here and a nightstand, but plenty of space in the downstairs guest bedroom. Okay, so upstairs we have 2 bedrooms, a media room, which is always really nice to have a dedicated space where you can close the doors, turn the volume up, watch your favorite movie. And then behind Brandon, we have another living room, but they've chosen to use this as a game room, but it really is just more of another living space. And something that I really like about the design of this house is over here on the other side of this stairwell, which, by the way, this is just really pretty. Just the way this looks is that really big window ledge over there. And Brandon said that just throw some pillows up there and it can be your reading nook, but just probably wouldn't want to fall asleep on it. Okay, so let's real quick take a look at the 2 bedrooms that we have upstairs. And while we're doing that, I wanted to talk a little bit about where Justin, Texas is located. So it's just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, more specifically north of Fort Worth. Justin is in Northwest ISD. So Northwest ISD is really an amazing school district. It is the fastest growing school district here in the North Texas area. So Northwest ISD offers a lot, especially at the high school level. They have several different academies. They have aviation and aerodynamics, biomedical science, business management, cosmetology, culinary arts and hospitality. They have early college, high school. They have STEM program, which is going to be your science, technology, engineering, and math. But they also have construction. They have logistics, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, site management, construction management. There is a lot that Northwest ISD offers. And to be quite honest, there are some really great school districts around Northwest ISD, including Northwest ISD. And from my understanding, they don't offer this much. So it really is a big deal. If you want more information about that, I will put some of that in the description so you can check that out for yourself. Because I know one of the biggest questions that we get whenever we have our Zoom calls with our clients is, especially the high schools, which I get it, that's very important. And yes, there's a lot of sports too. Northwest has sports and they have fine arts just like all the other schools have as well. But I just thought that was a really neat thing that Northwest ISD has to offer. So we are located just north of the Fort Worth area. Justin is a growing city. It's a very small city right now, surrounded by some bigger cities. But Justin still has conveniences. And like I said, it is growing, so more grocery stores are being added. But if you want to be in a city that is up and coming and growing, then this is the place to be. It is growing quickly and in a good way.
Then also remember getting into a neighborhood early and into a city that is still small, that is growing, is you're going to get in at a price, and the appreciation
that is very
on
true.
Your home is going to grow more.
That is very true. That's a good point.
Concept.
That's a very good point. So a lot of the builders that we're going to be showing you in this whole series about Treeline, these builders, they're the same builders that are out in places like Salina and Prosper, where the houses there are starting at $900,000, $1 million. But it's because that area is already so built up, whereas here on the west side, It's still up and coming and growing, but we're getting some amazing things here. We're getting an HEB, which is a fantastic grocery store chain that everybody is super excited about. So there are a lot of exciting things happening. Oh, and as we're kind of walking around some more, let's talk about the community, Treeline by Hillwood. Hillwood is a great developer. We have videos about 2 other developments that Hillwood has done in this area, Pecan Square and Harvest. So this neighborhood is going to be a master planned community. So it's going to have things like events, pools. Oh, there's going to be a treehouse, a 3-story gaming treehouse, right, Brandon? So really cool. We have a video actually all about just the community tree line. So we'll make sure and tag that one at the end and in the description so you can go back and take a look at it. But it is going to have some really, really cool things. A lot of nature trails. When I say master plan community by Hillwood, that actually means something because they do it right. So of course, with American Legend Homes, you're going to get a beautiful covered patio with a very nice porch. And it's really necessary here in Texas because we get really hot, and especially July and August, we're tipping over 100 for about, well, not really 60 days in a row, but look, it does get hot. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And then in the wintertime, it would be nice to have maybe a little fireplace out here as well, because we do have some chilly days in the winter. So Justin is a great place to live. It's located in a great place of North Texas. Plenty of things to do inside, whether you're at a museum or you're going to Fort Worth and having fun there. But this area does also offer a lot of things to do outside, even though it is Texas. We've got several lakes in the area. There's going to be hiking and biking trails. And remember, this is a master plan community, so there's going to be a lot to do outdoors as well. We think it's a fabulous place to live. But we've got a video all about this community, Treeline. So go back, take a look at that one, and we'll see you on the next one.